Multifamily Mindset
podcast. Think bigger.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode here on the MFM podcast with me, Dallas Pruitt. And this week, I wanted to just send out some prayers and let everybody know that we are thinking about you, those that have been affected by the hurricanes and the tropical storms. We have actually been out of office a little bit this past week due to a tropical storm that's come through Florida. And everyone that's been affected by all of these natural disasters as of recent, just want to share our thoughts and our prayers with you. It is a great reminder as I've watched the news and looked for ways in which I can help. It's a great reminder about how fragile things really are and why we all need to come together more than ever. It's not just natural disasters either. It's us being attacked on all different fronts as a human race in totality here in our communities, stateside. And it's been a really good reminder for me. And it's kind of what I want to focus my message on today with today's episode, is that life must be done with a ton of heart and soul, in my opinion. And also, in my opinion, and through my experiences, business is no different. At the root of a successful business and at the root of a successful life, you will find a common thread, a common theme, and that is love of service, love of others, service, giving. It's why at MFM we strive to live by the values of positivity, love, and service. It's a quick but important message today that I felt called to share on the podcast. There's no frameworks, there's no complexities. It really is just straightforward and simple. And this past week, I actually had the privilege of being able to be part of a worldwide conference with my wife and my two kids. And in this conference, this session that we attended, there were many great speakers, wise, wonderful, amazing leaders, both men and women, sharing talks, sharing thoughts, sharing messages of hope, messages of faith. And there was this one particular phrase that was shared by a guy by the name of Carl D. Hurst. And here's what he said. I'm, again, taking a very small excerpt from what was a much bigger discourse. But in his talk, he said, "There is much to do in life, but self-loathing is not on that list." These are the words of a very wise and wonderful man, and they are the words that I would invite you to all ponder on. All times are great times to look outward, and with the difficulties that we face in our own personal lives, they can feel and are at times, like many are experiencing right now, extremely heavy. The weight of our problems can get to the best of us. And I think all too often, not just in those moments, but in a lot of moments, we fall victim to a thought cycle that puts us at the center of the universe. And I wanted to invite everybody listening to the podcast today to reconsider this idea. It's something that I've been learning through a book that I've picked up and have really fell in love with. It's something I would recommend to anybody right now. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. It's an amazing resource. And again, these are just things that have been heavy on my mind within the learnings that I have been going through in my own personal venture. And I wanted to invite everybody to, again, listening to the podcast today, to reconsider this idea. You are important, but you are not the center of the universe, and you are not the center of your business. Community as a whole, that is at the center. Community. It's what it is all about. And one of the best questions that we can ask ourselves, every single one of us, is what am I doing to contribute to the greater good within where I currently stand, within the situations I face every day? What am I doing to contribute to the greater good? It's one of the better questions we should all be asking ourselves, because in a world driven more and more by polarization, we need more and more leaders to step up and put community first. Loneliness, this is actually a quote from that book. It says, loneliness is having other people in society and community around you and having a deep sense of being excluded from them. Natural disasters, tragedies, these things that we experience, they bring us together, which is amazing. But we don't have to wait until those things happen to lean into community. And unfortunately, I have had many moments in my life where these types of situations have brought me to my knees. These types of situations have humbled me and reminded me. And I want to make it my own life's goal to continue forward, not waiting around, not that anybody would do that purposefully, but not waiting around for these types of things to wake me up, but to stay awake throughout my days. My invite today is simple. Focus on the whole. Focus on the whole in your business. Focus on the whole, the bigger picture, and forget about yourself. In our businesses, in our communities, in our homes, we must give, we must contribute. And that can look like time, that can look like money, that can look like energy, that can look like attention. All of these things are valuable. All of these things are needed. And we all have something we can give, always. So again, no framework today, just the invite to give of yourself. When you give, you get. If you want change, be it. It's paradoxical and it works. Strength is found in numbers. May we all find ways in which we can contribute better and better. My friends, thank you as always for joining us here on the podcast, and we will see you guys back here next time.
Multifamily Mindset.
Podcast. Think bigger.